Okay, so it's January 1st, 2021, and I just finished getting through Kansai International Airport in Osaka off of an international flight flying from the United States. My plane had a capacity of 188 seats, and there were 120 people, which meant that most people had a row to themselves if they were a single traveler. So I had a window and one seat. It was the smallest international plane I've ever been on. I don't know what the plane was, but I did not need more than one copy of my corona test that I took before I left. I even was returned the form that I had. It wasn't checked super severely, but they did check it before departure as well. So like when you connect to your international flight or when you check in for your international flight, they will check that you have your negative test form, and they actually checked it more before I left. You probably did close to a mile or maybe 2 kilometers of walking to get to the final endpoint. So wear your sneakers and your PJs, and there's a lot of walking. Definitely go to the bathroom before you get off the plane. It was about an hour before we had access to a bathroom again. My last tip is a shout out to the Return to Japan support group on Facebook. They helped me out a lot. So if you need help, go ahead and join. We arrived at the airport at 6:55 p.m., which was 5 minutes later than scheduled. We deboarded the plane probably about 10 minutes later. The first group was business plus a few very fast people. They took them in about groups of 25 people, I think. It definitely did pay to get closer to the front, which it's annoying to watch people like struggle past other people. We got off the plane, we went up an escalator. There was a lot of walking. So first we went down this thing. They had little spaced chairs, and we all sat there. They mentioned the QR code, and if you hadn't filled out the QR code, now is the time to do it. About probably 5 minutes later, they took the first group of people. You got on the shuttle for the international transfer. It was like a 2-minute drive. There was 25 people on the thing. Then you go down another escalator and you sit in a set of seats and you prepare this paper. This paper is handed out on the airplane at the same time as the customs declaration. They appeared to have multiple languages. All you had to do was answer 2 questions. Is any of the following applicable? In which my case, it was no. And then, have you stayed in any of the following regions in the past 14 days? And of course, I was coming from America. So I wrote yes. I circled America. And that's all you had to do. So at this point, all you needed was this sheet that they gave you on the plane and your passport. That was the first step. And you wait to be called. They hand you your spit tube and your funnel. And so you take that behind the next little area and you put all your bags down, all your papers, and they assemble the funnel and the tube, and you have to spit in it until it reaches a certain line and there's a clear drawing any language could understand. It says if you can't make enough spit that they'll give you sour foods, which was umeboshi. You're in a little cubicle, you're not like spitting in front of anybody else. And then when you're done, they check that you gave them enough, and then you walk it up to a window, and then you're on your way down the big causeway. In the causeway, you'll stop 2 times. The first time, you'll be asked for your passport, the paper that you already presented, and your QR code. So they ask you to get that ready. You show that to the first person, and then you walk on a little further, and the next person collected the actual form from your negative test when you left your home country. Your negative PCR test that you should have printed out. you were given a little sticker when you did your spit test. And so then you sit in a waiting area. The waiting area was posted for Kansai that it takes about 40 to 50 minutes to get your results. That was pretty accurate. I sat down for my results at about 7:50. I was gone about 8:30. There were a few people from South Africa that had been through South Africa or the UK that were getting pulled aside, and I think they were getting pulled aside because they have to do a mandatory sanctioned 3-day quarantine right now. So during that time, there's a screen and you're just watching for your number. At that time, there's finally a bathroom that you can access so you could freshen up a little bit. And so once your number is up, the guards check it and you go on a moving causeway. You walk around a corner and somebody checks your number and they put a new sticker on your paper. If it's negative, they give you a red card and you never need that piece of paper again. So I don't know why they wasted the paper. And then you move on to more or less your standard procedure for arriving from an international flight. So you had to sanitize, and then they sent you on your lane to go to immigration. They check all your papers, you do your fingerprints, you do your picture, and then you had to walk back around and another guy finished the check and he gave you another useless piece of paper. So then you walked out into the baggage claim area. They had already sorted all of our luggage by number and group. They had the luggage on carts already and we could just go and pick it up, and it was great. And then we went through customs, which took 5 seconds if you'd filled out your customs declaration on the plane. And then I was done. You walk out, you're in international arrivals, which is Terminal 1. And you walk out right by door 1F. And if you walk across the street into the second lane, it looks like regular people can pick up. Basically, you land somewhere here. Then you walk the length of this 2 times, and then you finally get your baggage and go through customs and you come out right here. And they didn't ask me for any kind of plan, but I have someone coming to pick me up. They can pick you up right outside these doors. So if you have a spouse or a friend coming to get you, or if you've arranged a taxi, they can pick you up right out there. They can even pull up on the curb with their flashers, it looks like. But the trains are not running to the airport, and the buses and the regular taxi services aren't allowed in, it looks like. I haven't seen any. So I'm gonna say that those are just canceled. So you have to have other transportation unless you're gonna walk off the Kansai island. So good luck with that. But overall, it was a better experience and faster than I thought. I thought I'd be done by 9:30 or 10, but at least I was done by 9. But I was in the second group of that 120 people off my plane. So if I had been in the later group, it would have taken another additional hour. Nobody checked that I downloaded the Cocoa app, the contact tracing app, and nobody confirmed the Line app with me, but it was written on the QR code. So indeed, 24 hours later, I got a Line friend request for the official account for the tracking, and they send me a message every day online. You click on the enquête button at the bottom that looks like a clipboard, and then you get 2 questions. The first one asks, do you have a temperature over 37.5 degrees? You should probably answer EA, which is the middle button. And then on the second question, it asks, do you have any symptoms? And you have 2 choices. Again, you should hit the EA, which is on the right-hand side. And then it reminds you to stay safe for the remainder of the 14 days. So this was my experience as of January 31st, Sunday. 2021. Obviously, as things change, this could change. Again, please make sure that you're checking with your personal airline from your country. So take this with a grain of salt and definitely check the MOFA websites. I'll post any links that I have at the time, but the links change too. So I hope that helped if you're nervous about flying into Kansai. So if you have any questions, go ahead and leave questions in the comments. All right, thanks for watching. Subscribe. I'm gonna start doing more content about life in Japan. So please stay tuned and give this a thumbs up if you liked the video.